I love it when I get blasted by the finance bros and I end up being right. I can't tell you how many times over the last 15 years I have been told that I am an absolute idiot for investing in dividend ETFs and worrying about having a value portion in my portfolio given that I'm still relatively young, and why wouldn't you just put everything into growth stocks and tech and AI, and you're crazy and you're losing out on so much future money. Well, I'm not going to sit here and say I told you so, but I think you'll be singing a different tune on that given what the last 2 months in the market have done, especially this past week. Tech and AI is down big. Bitcoin is absolutely crashing. Even the S&P 500 for the year is only up 0.08%. QQQM is actually down 1.5%. And VGT, which is another growth ETF, is down over 5% so far this year. But good old SCHD, which is the Charles Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, is up over 11% so far year to date. And the reason for this is because it is not invested in any of those sectors that are currently going down. So that's why I invest in it all the time, because I want it to prop up my portfolio in times just like these. The other reason I invest in it is because it is a dividend ETF and it has consistently paid out increasing dividends over the last 20 years. Even on years when its annualized return has actually been negative, since the fund's inception, it still is in the positive over 12%, so beating the market average. Everybody that has been hating on SCHD over the last few years and saying that it's a dog and that it's done and they're moving their assets somewhere else, well, for those of us who just stayed the course and kept buying it even when it was doing not so hot, we're the ones that are actually making out really well right now. This year, I personally think that more of your portfolio needs to be made up of these value ETFs and value stocks that are not in these high growth, high risk sectors, but also companies that are well established, have quite literally been through wars and have made it through and are still around today. I personally have SCHD in all of my accounts, my Roth IRA, my taxable brokerage account. I personally think it's the best value ETF for any type of account you have. I don't think the market is crashing, and at least not yet, but if you want to get ahead of this market rotation, where we're rotating out of tech and AI for a little bit and get into something more stable that is still going to give you positive returns in your portfolio, take a look at the value portion of your portfolio. And if you're looking for a well-established ETF that has a history of doing very well in times of market downturns, then look no further than SCHD. Let me know in the comments if you personally invest in SCHD, why or why not, and let me know where you think it's going this year.